All right, we made it. We are at the OG Million. It is hot. We should definitely be slinging some Mr. Cool units this week. This event started Monday. It's Tuesday now. I was gonna come up here, chill out, you know, just take it easy today. Well, we got here and round one wasn't over with yet, so you know what I did. I went up there and bought 2 entries and had to run them back to back. You know, I didn't draw any sharks or anything. First entry, I had to run Donovan Williams, you know, who else wouldn't you want to run? And then I had to run Cooper Chun. So, you know, nobody's ever heard of those guys before. I have no idea what I can go, have no idea what I can do. And you're on the, you know, this is the biggest race of the year, the most prestigious, the most cutthroat. Everybody's on keel, and I'm just rolling up in here, and I've literally been here 10 minutes. I know how Donovan drives. Donovan knows how I drive. When you're in that situation like that, when you know how somebody's getting ready to drive, I'd rather know who I'm racing and how they run, because most of the time they have a pretty good handle of where they're at on the track, and I have obviously no idea. I know what my weather predictor says I can go. I can look at my data and have a pretty close assumption, but you know, when we're trying to you're trying to lay down 10 total or better, you got to be pretty spot on. So I decided to opt for the option of just racing Donovan's race and watching what he's doing, and it worked out. I went down there and stopped. He broke out. Like I said, Donovan is an excellent racer. He's phenomenal at wheeling a race car. So I decided that my cards were better just to race him, and then could have fell either way. I got lucky. It looked cool. I laid down 5 total. And then Cooper Chun the same way. You know, he won the Spring Fling Million in Vegas. But I turned it 6 thou red against him. The race was over before it ever started. Lit up the scoreboard to find out what I could go, and now we've got 1 entry rolling. This race is definitely a marathon. This is the U.S. Nationals of Big Money Bracket Racing. This is the Catalina Wine Mixer, the Super Bowl. This is their 30th year. They had a Race of Champions last night. Really cool to see an event carry on for 30 plus years. But at the end of the day, you have to keep to the same mindset that it's the same as any other race. You stage, you let go, you drive. You know, nobody's trying to suck anytime they go race. So you just got to look at it with a clear mentality, go at it with, you know, no emotion, just go through the motions of your muscle memory and do it. They'll be calling us up shortly, and we will see what we can do in this $20,000 Tuesday race. What's up? Good morning. There is a huge gap from the first video that I made from the first pass and then catching us up till today. So I'm gonna try and do that real quick before we get started. Didn't have any momentum rolling Tuesday in the 20K, and then I think I had a 4th round exit. So that brought us to Wednesday's 50K. I entered the door par and the dragster, the Cavalier and the dragster, and carried on both the 5th round. Lost the dragster and missed the tree against Gage. I won in the Cavalier and carried it down to 7 cars. Now, typically, like, you know, seven cars is, you know, you want to hang your head, but there was 792 entries yesterday, and we were the last 7. You know, you can't be upset at that. And I had to run my kryptonite, I guess, at 7 cars. I had to run Gage Birch again because he was doubled until the round of 13. And no, actually I think he was doubled the round of 7. I'm 20, he's 004, and the rest was history. They gave him all he needed, and I could not. As I was going down the track, I couldn't make myself manipulate the run with nitrous or anything like that. I just wasn't seeing the opportunity. So just legged it out, hope for the best, and it didn't work. But we do have the weekend paid for, so that's always a great feeling, especially on Million Week, because it is one of, if not the steepest week of the year as far as entry fees and stuff goes. So that brings us to today. The reason there's been a gap in videoing is cameraman Zach had other obligations that he had to attend, and he came rolling in last night at about midnight when we were still rocking and rolling. I laid down at 4 o'clock this morning, and it is 9:30 right now. So, and I was up at 8:30. So we are prime and optimal. So we are getting ready to go up for first round. I think I'm gonna do the same thing because, you know, everything is kind of a study for the million, right? That's what we came here for. So I'm still gonna hop in the door cart and the dragster. Typically I don't, but it worked yesterday. Felt pretty good in both, so I'm gonna go with the same tactic and see what we can do there. But they've already called up the first run color, and they just called up the second one, so I'm gonna hop off here, go make the run the Cavalier, and see if we can turn on the dub. All right, we got round one in the Cavalier done. I went back to the right lane. I was thinking that it was like more consistent, but I'm starting to struggle on the tree there. I was good on the tree, 2 of my hits, and I was really comfortable over there. So I told Pop, I was like, I'm gonna hop over the right lane. I think it's more consistent. I can hit the tree better there. Well, as good, and I think the car's more consistent over there, but no, I've missed it the last 2 hits. I didn't know it last night, and then I did know it this morning, so that's the difference. But I think I'm gonna hop over to the left the next round. We'll see though. And now I got to warm up the Mysticool dragster and get ready to take it up for round number 1. It is still hot. I mean, it's 89 degrees with 30% humidity, but it feels like it's 115 degrees and 80% humidity. I mean, you just start drenching as soon as you walk outside. So we've got one rolling. We're on our 3 hours of sleep, so hopefully we can get another one going. They are, so now it's 100K. It's not a 50K, it's 100K, and then 100K with a buyback. So it'll be a long wait between first and second round. But we just need the first few rounds to go our way, get in the rhythm, and see if we can go deeper in the rounds and go a few more rounds than we did last night. So y'all hang tight. All right, we just finished up round 1. 1 in the Cavalier, lost in the dragster. Light there. I was 11, he was 10, and I was 11, 12 thou under to take 10. So it was just a good race. I thought it would slow down a little bit, and just patted a few times to go dead on, and that's what I did. But the dragster's just, it's not following the Cavalier, which is fine, it never does. It does not want to get off of what it's going. So I was kind of draggy going into that round because we went to bed at about 4:30 this morning, and then we were back up at 8:30 ready to do it again, and feeling kind of groggy and down. Still am. About to go take me a nap before the re-entry round. But anyways, there was a guy sitting over here to the side as I was talking to another gentleman, and he came up and introduced himself, and he's like, hey man, my son follows the page. He doesn't race, but he really likes racing. And he said, you know, Dad, I think this is something I want to do. And he said, but if we do it, I want to do it on this level. I want to be like these guys. I was like, wow. That made me feel all kinds of warm and fuzzy inside. You know, you do something so long, it's just another day to you, and then, you know, you don't think about you're living out somebody else's dream. And I know that I put, you know, a lot of stuff out on social media, and I'm there to be seen, but that, you know, everybody here has got someone that looks up to them. So that really gave me motivation going into the round, and I was like, you can pull it together. You can lay something down here. You know, that kind of gave me the motivation that I needed to get up on the wheel and drive, but still didn't work out, and it was just a good race. So nothing to hang my head on. We'll get everything filled up and ready to go, and then hit the re-entry round, go take a power nap, and get ready for marathon number 2.
We ran out of our black and blue since he's double.
1 entry for the million.
3-1X.
Boom. boom, baby. Got our 2 entries for the million. We're ready to make it happen. So we will get these bad boys on the dragster. I'm gonna double it and see if we can make some magic happen for tomorrow. So the marathon continues. We are done for today. They combined the 50s into 100. So I won in the Cavalier, lost in the dragster, both first round and re-entry round. Re-entry round I was 008, get behind 003 intentionally, hitting the brakes, and we both were 3 thou under, so I knew what was happening. I dialed it that way. I dialed to have to do something, and I did it, but I didn't do enough of it, so oh well. Right now I'm feeling driving the dragster in the million because it is the better car, I feel like. But then again, I have good luck in the Cavalier, so I don't know. We'll sleep on it and make the final decision for tomorrow. There's no million time trial in the morning, so they're doing 1,000,000 time trials tonight, and then it'll be $2,000 entry fee, and we'll go straight into it tomorrow. So we're just hanging out. Got everything already put away. Got the grill going. Got Chef Zach on it. Got some chicken and steak action going on. Lindsay and Jax are on the way up here. I may not have been paying attention to the chicken. Maybe a touch burnt, and the steak too.
I had to come in and help them.
Had to come in. Had to get the chef to come in. Pop's in there cooking up the vegetables. So we're just gonna. We laid down at 4 o'clock last night. Went to bed about 4:30. It is 7:26 right now, and we're done. We're pulling the plug, and we're gonna get a good night's sleep and get ready for the big day tomorrow. And then we got 1 entry going in for the Saturday 100K. So that's what we're doing here, living the dream of the million. So y'all hang tight, and we'll see what we can make happen in the morning. All right, it is the big day. It is $1 Million Friday. Jackson Lindsay came up, went and got a hotel room last night, got some good sleep, feeling good about today, and weather was definitely off and throwing me for a loop, but after talking to some people and then really looking at it, everything was like canceling out. Unfortunately, on the first entry, I did turn it 2 thou red, so you know, not upset for going for it or turning it that little red, but just part of it. So we will re-enter and hit the re-entry round, and then hopefully we still got our second entry to go run first round, and now we got a feel for everything, got to see everything. Just made a $500 time trial for first round there, and hopefully we'll turn on the win light number in entry 2, and we'll be good to go. All right, so just ran the re-entry round and got my butt handed to me. I was 26. Jaden Lawler's perfect. He took 12, did his job, was above. He was 1 above 4, and I'm 26 total. So the math does not math there. I had no idea I was late. I let go, no idea. It was just, I thought it felt good on it, let it go. But that's how I've been every time I've been late here. I just can't read it. I just don't notice it. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that. Top bulb did have a slash through it, kind of like what it's doing to my face right now. That's kind of like what it looked like on the bulb. That's the only thing I can think of, but still, I mean, other people are being 00, so I should be able to also. I'm gonna change something up. I've got to do something right here. I'm trying not to like wig myself out just because of the event. Like, it's just another race, but you got to try and make something work. If you do the same thing over and over and expect the same outcome, that's insanity. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna change something, swing for the fences, see if it works. I have not let go of the button today and been like crushed it. I was 7 and 11. I bumped the 7 to 2 red, but that's what I mean. I was 7, thought I missed it. And then I'm 26, have no clue. I did win my second entry, so I am going into second round. I won my second entry. That guy turned to red. I was 11, and yeah, we're gonna change something, see if it works, see if it sticks, and if you're gonna play this game, you gotta take risks. So that's what we're gonna do. Hang tight. All right, so we just won round 2. He turned to red beside me. I was 5, and it was going the same thing to the middle. So car's good, driver was good that pass. So we'll just keep on rolling. What do you think of that pass, crew chief?
What do you think of it, buddy? Yeah.
Jack says tongues out, but it was a thumbs up. So we're going to third round for $750,000. All right, starting to go some rounds. I've had 3 red lights on me. I'm just getting lucky, but my confidence has not been there. My confidence is, I don't know, it's all mental. I haven't felt like I'm doing the job that I needed to. And then on that pass, he turned to red, but I'd already let go. I was 005, felt like I crushed it. 005, and then put it dead 5, so I was 10 total there. The red lights are not going to continue. I mean, if they did, that'd be all right. But the red lights, most of the time, whenever you start getting a string of red lights, you have to, keep yourself prepared because somebody's going to turn it green and try and cut your throat. But we're going into round number 4. Starting to go a little bit faster. Crew chief is pumping the fuel, and we're almost to cool them and fuel them time, but we'll still have a little bit of a wait here, and then we'll hit round number 4. All right, round 4 is all we had in us tonight. Really sucks because 2 more rounds, that's when the magic happens. But I turned it 5,000 red, felt good on it. I actually thought I missed it and bumped it from 2 red to 5 red. So, oh well. You always got to trust your gut, and that was first instinct. So, guy I ran was 22 and dead 0. So I feel like I would have had if I turned it green, I had a really good chance. I'm 2 thou under. So, but that's why I call it racing. I'm in the Cavalier tomorrow. The fuel pump's out, so I'm gonna have to find one to bum if I'm gonna run it tomorrow, or break it and then hop in the dragster tomorrow. Don't want to give up on the dragster. The dragster's been really good, but I've definitely had more luck in the Cavalier. So we'll see how that goes between tonight and tomorrow morning. But for our 30th anniversary million main event Friday, that is a wrap. So we will unload into second round of the 100K tomorrow, and hopefully we can make some momentum happen there like we did on Thursday.
So y'all hang tight and we'll see what we can make happen. All right, here we go. Day number last. This is Saturday's 100K. I did decide to just not worry about fixing the Cavalier and run the dragster. So getting some morning coffee going. They've already called black dragster up to the staging lanes. We're blue, so we'll wait our turn, get some caffeine in us, get ready to rock and roll. It was a late one for the guys last night. They got done at 4:45, I think was the final round. So we were back at the hotel at 1, so we should be rested up and hopefully we can make some magic happen. All right, we got the round 2 win going to round number 3. And there was a small blip of rain. Everything is wet now. It's supposed to rain from now until 5 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock now, so we're gonna put the dragster in the trailer, get the Cavalier underneath the canopy, ride out the rain, and be another long night. So we're in it for the long game, and hopefully the wait will be worth it. All right, that was round 3 in the bag. I had the start line advantage. I was 19, he was 30, and then just went down there and drove. He was holding also, and when we were going down to the track, I hadn't killed hardly anything, nowhere near what I needed to. So go down there and set it down, and I put it dead 7 to take 13. So lay down a solid lap that I could work with. You know, with the lights here, man, are just, I'm not like still stellar. I mean, I let go there, thought I was good. 19's not terrible, but that's not, you know, you at least shooting for the 10 mark or a no when you don't feel that great. But that's part of it. You know, I don't know how many hours between. Let's see. Let's look on the old weather station here. 2:43. So we are over 5 hours from second round to third round with the weather delay and the rain that we had. So, you know, it's tough to ask yourself to be that good, but you hear other people doing it, so they're only human also. But anyways, logging the run, fuel back in the car, and we will be on to round number 4 for $100,000. So, peace. All right, round 5 should be, that was round 4, we're going into round 5. Should be the round of 75 cars-ish, somewhere in there. Finally under 100, it's taken long enough, but that was a good lap. I was 10, get behind 007, to be 1 above 2 to break out the other guy, 6th thou. So I screwed up and gave him a window to, you know, if he would have dropped with me or dropped harder at the end. He had gave him a small sliver, but there was 12 difference in the starting line, and I had the advantage. So it worked out. So down to 75 cars, it's going to seem more fast-paced now. Hopefully we can stay in a rhythm and keep on trucking. All right, round 5 win. I was 13 dead 3. They were 16 and 2 thou under, and I got 2 thou behind. So we've got a really good spot on the car right now, and just kind of driving the picture and driving by the seat of my pants. I know how to get to dead on, and pretty close to it anyway. So I'm judging the race, and I'm judging how much I've killed already, and it's working out. So we're gonna keep on doing that and see what we can make happen. But yeah, 16 total. I'll take it. So going on to round number 6. Should be 35-ish cars, 32 or less, something like that. All right, that's it. Round 6 was all we had in us. I kicked it 7 thou red, which is really frustrating because I can hit the tree hard as I could, felt like I could, and I'm 10 to teen. And then right there, I'm 7. Feel the exact same. Don't feel like I need to bump up, don't feel like I need to bump down. 7 red. And I told myself, right before I staged, you can't go red. And guess what? I went red. But he's 005, so it was going to be a good race either way. And one round before the split, that was 30-something cars. There'll be, whatever, 17, 18 cars. There's over $100,000 in the pot, so I'm going to assume there's around $130,000 to $40,000 in this next round. Sucks, but we paid for the weekend earlier in the week. We got a little money there, so all in all, it was all right. We won 1,000 in the we won 1,000 in the million, and then we won, I don't know, we probably won 500 to 1,000 here tonight. So, and then had 6,000. So we're and a carburetor, one carburetor. So I mean, we're all over $9,000. But this is a very, very expensive outing. So sucks. Take the chip on the chin and go home, load up, and head to Bristol Tuesday. So the million is over. We had a really, really good thing going Wednesday night, but just really haven't had any momentum since then. So just it's really tight racing here. It's a marathon. It's long, very long, and but you got to come and experience it at least once. So that's all for this one. We're gonna get everything broke down. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Get everything broke down, loaded up, and get ready to head back home in the morning. So peace. Thank you guys for watching.